What if I told you that most grocery and CPG brands don't have a product problem, they have a content problem? In 2026, brands aren't competing just on shelf space. They're competing on screens, on phones, in-store displays, loyalty apps, retail media networks, and even in social feeds. And the biggest bottleneck that I see with independent grocers and emerging CPG brands is simple. They can't produce high quality video content fast enough. That's why today's video is sponsored by a tool that actually solves a real retail problem. Hey, this is Professor Ken, and this is no hype, just AI for CPG and retail. If you're a CPG brand or even a retailer, you already know this. You need short form video. You need it optimized for social, you need it frequently, and you don't want to hire an agency for every single promotion. Most teams either don't have an editor or they have one person stretched across 10 different responsibilities, and that's where this AI powered tool comes in. This is AI-powered content creation that really matters. The tool that I'm showing you today is called Freebeat.ai. It's an AI platform that turns music or audio into dynamic, beat-matched video content automatically. And what really caught my attention is how useful this tool is specifically for brands and retailers, not just creators. Let me make this practical. Imagine you're a beverage brand launching a new flavor. You already have a short audio or a track or a jingle. You have product images or simple visuals. And now you have a need for content across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and in-store displays. Well, this is a quick way to help you create those videos with Freebeat AI. Now, quick transparency note here. This video is sponsored by Freebeat AI. As always, my opinions are my own, and I only partner with tools that I believe can bring real value to retailers and CPG brands. So with Freebeat AI, you can turn that audio into scroll-stopping social videos, promotional retail media, short loops maybe for digital signage, influencer-ready assets for partners, and the key here is that it's speed, it's quick, and you can replace anything that you have out in the market. And the key here is speed. This isn't about replacing creative teams, it's about removing bottlenecks. For grocery retailers, this gets even more interesting. Think about this. Weekly promotions, private label storytelling, loyalty-driven campaigns, vendor-funded retail media. Instead of static signage or reused assets, you can generate fresh video content that actually feels modern without blowing up your marketing budget. This is exactly the kind of tool that helps independent grocers compete with some of the larger retail chains. What I like about Freebeat AI is simple. You don't need editing experience. You don't need complex timelines. You don't need a creative agency retainer. It's a practical AI tool for teams that want to move faster, not just experiment endlessly. If you're a CPG brand or a retailer trying to scale video across digital and in-store touchpoints, this is absolutely worth checking out. Now let's get into how it actually works. Okay, so this is Freebeat AI. And I have to tell you that this is a pretty cool tool that I just fell in love with. I mean, it basically turns any music and ideas into a viral video and very quickly in one click. And what I like about this is you don't need to have a lot of engineering knowledge or even any type of storyboarding or video scripting knowledge. And I think that's what's really great about this AI tool. Now, I do have to caution you, you have to be careful, of course, when you're using any type of trademark copyright type images. So I always would recommend to make sure that you're using any type of royalty-free music or images or any type of information that you put up in here. Because if you are going to share it out to an audience for profit, you have to make sure that you have those type of permissions. Now, once that's being said, the tool is pretty amazing. And what I want to do is just run through a couple of key things that the tool does and then go into a demonstration. What's really incredible about this is that you can actually make a complete music video, and I just saw something about MTV shutting down, and I grew up with MTV, of course, and a lot of us spent a lot of hours on MTV. And think about all those videos that were made and the complicated things. And I saw a piece on Michael Jackson's Thriller video not too long ago, and how that was sort of one of the first big videos. I think that was a 12 or 15-minute video on MTV, and it was amazing. And I remember way back when waiting for that thing to come on and checking it out. Well, this is a tool that will help you create videos similar to that. Of course, there's different artistic, creative ideas here, but that's what's pretty amazing about today's AI tools. So this is a music video agent that takes any type of information and turns it into a video. You could do a music to music type video. You could take ideas and create a full length video. You could translate and even dub images and ideas into multilingual subtitles. Now imagine if you had a bilingual brand or an opportunity, you wanted to make something in Spanish or a different language. You can create an English version and a Spanish or French version, let's say, or something like that. And you could even take images and edit. I know there's a lot of programs out there that do that now. And this is a pretty magical editor as well. But this is the beauty in this is really for the music video agents. So app wise, I mean, just take a look at all the apps you get here. You get all the music apps, which is music to dance video, music to lyrics video. You get music generator, so you can create the AI powered music visuals. You also get the video apps, which are helping you create videos, video effects. You could reimagine different type of videos, restyle different videos, let's say, create subject reference videos, and they have a whole bank of free stock footage that you can use, and you could take a video and even extend it, add to it. So maybe there's a shorter video you want to make a little longer. If you have something that's 35 seconds, you want to turn it into 55 seconds for a story or something like that, you can use the extender. Of course, ASMR is a big thing right now, so you can create those ASMR videos. You could take any type of characters and do motion transfer here, create soundtracks, lip sync videos, face swap. So you do have a face swap generator in here, and you can even upscale videos. So you can take an older video. Imagine taking some older videos. If you were a retailer, let's say, and you had old videos of your retailer you've been around for 50 years. So back in 1960, 1970, 1980, you have those videos. You can actually upscale that and use that here into this system, and it will create a great little montage for you. And then, of course, you have all the image apps. So this all comes with one free tool, and you do have a free version. You have obviously a paid version as well. Okay, so the great thing about Freebeat.ai is that it's really a one-stop shop for just about everything you want to do with video and even images and music videos, which is pretty cool through AI. So just a quick glimpse at all the tools here, and you could see you get an AI powered music video agent. You can make AI videos with magic effects just by uploading an image. You can actually create a viral video for any song. So if you have a jingle, you can do as well. And I think one of the best parts of this tool is that it really has every AI video tool you need inside of this one tool. So you don't have to have all these different subscriptions out there. You could just have one subscription and do everything from one tool, which is great if you're running a small business or a retail store, or you have a CPG brand. You just have one tool to go into. Okay, so now what I want to do is make a video, and I'll go back to one of the books that I've written. I created a fake product, and I called it Professor Ken's vitamin water. And basically, this is the profile of Professor Ken's vitamin water. So in this profile, I have a bunch of things like the consumer benefits, clean everyday hydration, daily vitamin support, naturally energizing, immune system boost, delicious and guilt free. The features of the product are vitamin powered formula, flavored with natural ingredients, low sugar, low calorie, grab and go convenience, better for you alternative to soda and sports drinks. So I came up with that, and I also created, some time ago, a 60-second TikTok script, which I put together here as well, and sort of a layout. Now, I did this all through using ChatGPT. And this is sort of the history of that ChatGPT. And you can see I guided ChatGPT through this. And now what I wanted to do is use ChatGPT to help me create a 60-second video using Freebeat AI. So the prompt that I use is sort of after I got all that information together, which is sort of all this detail here. And I sort of gave it a series of processes. I started off first with the features and benefits of the product. So I would say something like, in ChatGPT, act like an expert marketer. Give me 5 benefits and 5 features of Professor Ken's vitamin water. And you see it'll pencil it out here and give you a nice breakdown of product benefit and features. And then it'll also come up with some different ideas. And I thought the idea of a 60-second TikTok script would be pretty clever. So I asked it to give me a 60-second TikTok script based on those features and benefits. And you see, ChatGPT will give me a nice script here that I can follow with different clips. And then I also opted for more of a funny, chaotic energy version. So I redid that script, and now I have a chaotic um, energy version of it, which I thought was pretty cool. So it ties into my brand style. And then I took all that information, and the next prompt I put in is give me a something I can use for a 60-second video using Freebie AI. And I just put my prompt in, describe the story, the plot, describe the characters, and the visual mood so I can produce a 60-second video using Freebeat AI. So I put that into the chat GPT, and this could be the free version. I have the pro version, but any version will work here. And now I have a story and a plot. And the name of this video is Hydrate the Hero, and it's a 60-second narrative. And I can come in here, of course, and it has the beginning, the hook, the middle, and the end, including the CTAs and the character descriptions and even the visual mood. So now I have just about everything I need to create that video. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and copy all this and just give it a nice run there. So I'll copy that, and I'll take the make free videos icon, and let me go ahead and click into that. And now I am going to do a storytelling, a somatic story with custom plots and scenes. That's what I want to do here. So I'll click into that piece. And now if you notice, the prompting window comes up. So I already have all the information they need. And basically, what you need to put in here is the story, the plot, the characters, the visual mood, all those things I had asked ChatGPT to help me with. So now I have all that, and I can come in here and just click into this and paste it here. So now it's ready to go. And all I want to do is take a look at adding music or not adding music. I want to make it fast or expert. Or keep it on automatic, of course. And I'm on the free version right now. We'll make it public, and then I want to create. Now you have to add music here. Okay, so now I have my basic prompt and my script in here, what I want to do, but you do have to add some music. That's required, obviously, to create a music video. Now, if you don't have your own music, and you can get your own music. There's a lot of places that could create a 60-second jingle or something for you. You can go on all kinds of different places, 5R and things of that nature. But for this video, I'm actually going to use the audio library, the free audio library from YouTube. And YouTube allows you to download certain video audios for your video that you can use royalty free in all your videos, and that's what I'll do. So here I'll search the video library. I want to maybe look at my mood, and I want something to be a little dramatic, perhaps. So let's go ahead and click that, and maybe happy. So let's apply that. And now I'll go ahead and look at these different videos, and I can listen to the audios rather. And I'll go ahead and listen to these audios, and I can listen to what it sounds like here. You know, that's pretty good, very funky, and the genre is pop. All right. At all cost, I like that. That's pretty interesting, right? Very nice. Okay, so let's try that, and then if you notice, you can come here and download. Now, here's the key thing here when you're using YouTube Studio audio. You have to make sure that you can use this track in any of your videos. Always check that license type, and generally speaking, I always look for the license type that allows you to use the video, the audio in any videos, and even the ones that you monetize, and there's no attribution required. All these audios here on the YouTube Studio are royalty free, but some do require you to put some type of attribution in it. So this particular case, there's no attribution required. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download this into my system. You see now it's downloaded. And what I'll do is come back and add this music to this video. Let's go ahead and click the add music button. And here is the audio here. And let's put that in here. Now it's actually working to decode it and put it all together, and I can always listen to it. Beautiful. I think it's kind of interesting sounding video. All right. So the presets, you notice I have the presets. This is going to be a 60-second video, so I'll change that to 60 seconds. So it'll go in 60-second chunks, let's say. Now let's confirm that. We have it confirmed. We have the script in, and now let's go ahead and hit the create button. Now, after you do that, you see there's a video setting. After you generate the resolution, aspect ratio could be locked and can't be changed. So you want to make sure that you have that correct. So I'll go back since I didn't really bring that up. I want to make sure we have that correct. Here is the 16:9 aspect ratio. So that's going to be good for a YouTube. This is obviously a horizontal video. If you want to change it to a story or some type of a TikTok video, you can go ahead and change it to 9:16, or maybe even a Facebook video, or perhaps you have a screen in a display screen. You might want to do 4:3, which is a different ratio. You also have different type of resolution here. So in this case, you have either 720 or 1080. I'm going to do 720 just to show you that even in the 720 quality, the resolution is pretty good, and we'll be looking at it. If you want to remove the watermark, you would have to upgrade your subscription. So let's go ahead. Everything looks set. Let's go ahead and create that now. Let's hit continue. Now it's going to analyze all the inputs and come up with that creative concept. And you see it's going through reasoning now. It's just sort of validating what everything looks like, and it's working for you. So all this stuff in the past would have to be done by 2 or 3 individuals, and now the AI is working on all this stuff, and it's going to take just here a few minutes. Now, as with any software, you do need to have credits, and you can see as the system is processing my videos, my credits are deducting. So you do have to charge up on your credits and your subscription. And I think the value of this is pretty amazing because even with the cost of the credits versus what you would pay for a studio time and someone to help you create the video and direct the video and get the technical things together and pull it all together would be thousands of dollars. I know that there have been times where I paid as much as $10,000 or $15,000 for a 60-second highly produced video. And this is going to be a lot less than that. And what's great about this is that you can reuse this and do it time and time again and just change up some things as you progress. So you can actually have a new video every month. Think about seasonal videos or new product videos or tie videos into some of the things that you're doing. That would be pretty phenomenal at a very low cost. Okay, so now as it gets through the entire processing, you see it's starting to generate these videos, and it looks like this total 60-second clip is going to be about 26 different videos. So it's creating all these different videos, and now you're going to get these segments that are going to be created, and you're going to make sure that all the segments tie in together. So you have to first refresh the content and then take a look at how the video is looking. Okay, now after the system does all these magical things that you would need, a room full of video geniuses to do, it basically will pop out that video and let you know that your video has been created. Okay, so now after all that is done, you actually have a video created. So let's take a look at what this looks like here. Okay, now another thing you could do here, which I think is pretty clever, is this is your total video. And you notice if you went through the video at first glance, it was good, but there are some pieces that I would probably want to change and make some updates. So to do that, you can go back here and actually grab some of the scenes in here and make some updates. So let's say for all the way through, you can see that the characters look pretty consistent here. I like that. And it goes from an actual video type into almost like an anime. But then you have this individual here who is not the same type of individual. Now, you could come in here and look at this, and you see the video here, which runs about 3 seconds. He takes it, and all of a sudden now he turns into anime. So he's going from real motion to anime. And then in the prompt content, you have that energetic burst matching the fast paced energy. The gray world shatters because now you're out of the gray world and you are in this cinematic pop, right? That's really the idea. And that's where the video sort of changes. So it goes from this gray tone all the way through into this cinematic pop. And you could see some of that, and he turns into a more of a creative individual. Now, I really want to create an image for Professor Ken's vitamin water, and Freebeat.ai has an image creator. Now, I know we can use all the other image creators that are out there, So what I want to do is open up the image creator tool here, and they're looking for an image description. Now notice it's tied into Nana Banana, so you don't need to have a separate subscription to that. So what I did is I've gone into ChatGPT and I go ahead, give it a simple instruction of giving me a prompt to create an image of Professor Ken's vitamin water. And here are the prompts that they give me. One's for a realistic photo, one's for an e-commerce clean studio shot, and one's for a flavor explosion graphic image. So let's go ahead and grab that prompt. I like that one. Go back into the AI generator and I'm going to go ahead and paste that prompt in here. Now notice it will take up some credits. So let's go ahead and generate that. It's asking for an age verification, which is great because I think that's important that you have that age verification. So there's no questionable content being made. So yes, I am 18. Let's continue and let's give it a second for it to think. Okay, great. So now I have a really cool looking image based on that prompt that I had. And that's pretty popping, I have to say. It really stands out. So now I have that one great looking image, and I can come in here and create two or three others. So I'll go ahead and I could download that. Of course, I could copy the prompt and change it up as well. Okay, so now what I want to do is create some music with Freebeat as well. So remember, this is a great software because everything is contained, and Freebeat is connected to Suno, which is great because that is one of the top music creators out there. So again, this is one app with everything. So I want to create a jingle, an instrumental jingle for Professor Ken's vitamin water. So what I'll do is I'll go in here and go into ChatGPT and let it know that I want to create a catchy jingle for Professor Ken's vitamin water. I want the jingle to be energetic and upbeat, and it should be a good instrumental with electric guitars and electric piano. So I'll ask ChatGPT to give me a prompt that I can put into Suno, right, for a 30-second instrumental jingle. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to create that prompt and then take that prompt and put it into Freebeat AI. Okay, here you go. So you notice it's giving us a really clear prompt. So create a 30-second upbeat, energetic instrumental jingle for Professor Ken's vitamin water. Use electric guitars, driving drums, bass, and bright electric piano style. It should be fun, modern, playful, like a punchy pop rock commercial theme, tempo fast and uplifting, mood refreshing, energetic, vibrant, like taking a sip of vitamin infused water. No vocals, only instrumentals, but make the melody memorable enough to hum. You see, that's pretty good because I didn't put that in my original thought. So I'm going to copy that code and let's go back into Freebeat.ai and let's go ahead and punch that into there. Now notice it is going to take some credits additional. So let's go ahead and create that. Give it a second to think. Okay, great. Now it's ready to go. And remember, the great thing about Freebeat AI is that we have all these tools that you would have to go all over the place to get. So you don't need all these different subscriptions. You could do everything inside of this one tool. So now let's check out this Professor Ken's Vitamin Water music. Let's see how it came out. This is just an instrumental now. All right, that's pretty cool. You get the idea. It's very nice. I think, that's not bad for the first pass, and I'm going to keep that. So what I'm going to do is I'll download this here for that, and now I'll have that ready to go, and I can use that because that is a royalty-free jingle now that I can use for anything that I do. Okay, now let's try to build a video with everything here. So let's go to the app and let's go to the AI image generator. And let's create a older man who looks like a professor and looks to be around 60 years old. He is fit, has a smile. Okay, let's do something like that. I'm going to put older professional man. How about that? Okay. All right. So now what we're doing is I'm going to create an image of an older professional man who looks like a professor. And the idea here is to create an image to turn into a character that I can use a video. So let's go ahead and generate this. Always ask for that age verification. Okay, perfect. So now we've got the character. So that's pretty good. That's more or less what I was looking to do. All right. So now let's go ahead and download this character. And I have also, let's go back and let's download the original image that we did. So now we have both. Okay. So now I have the character and the image. So now let's go back to the main board. And now I want to create a video. Let's go ahead and do a subject reference video because what I want to do is I want to keep the same subject over and over again. And now we're going to go ahead and give it a prompt. Okay, so now what I've done is I created a prompt that's going to help me create a video using the characters that we have. So Professor Ken is down on energy. He's a solitary figure in a grocery store. His shoulders slump. He passes the drinks in the grocery store cooler. He notices Professor Ken's vitamin water, grabs one out of the cooler, takes a sip, and now is full of energy. He begins to dance in the grocery store aisle. The vibrant colors of the aisle swirl around him. And then dizzying euphoric dance, a high energy jump cut montage of his triumphant grocery store dance. The camera follows his every move, capturing the sudden surge of life. And you see a triumphant cinematic shot of him dancing. Okay. And it's in a certain style called City Pop. So now we put that in, and Freebeat's going to go in and analyze everything. So we'll have that completely done. And it'll take about 10 minutes to do the video. And then once the video is done, you can go ahead and you see we have the video here. It's loading. So remember, we used the character that we uploaded, that we created on Freebeat. So let's take a look to see how this comes out. All right, not bad. So you see, not a bad. I mean, there were a couple scenes in there I probably would go in and edit, but that's not quite bad at all because we were able to take a specific character and run that all the way through the video. Okay, now if you want to, you can also come in here and you notice that all the videos have different parts. So you can come in here and see each part separately and update it and change it. You could even download that just that one section. So let's say I like everything, but maybe not this part, right? So I can come in here and I can grab each one of these videos and I could download it separately. So now I have that one 5-second video, and then I can come in here and grab this additional 4-second video, and I can come in here and grab this additional 3-second video. Okay, another thing we could do is take an image and upload this. So let's go ahead and upload the image that we want. Let's grab that pop image again. And now let's create an effect. Um, Maybe we want to do like a blast. Let's see if something like that would work. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a blast effect and let's see if that'll work. Remember, we're checking on our time. Here's our resolution. And of course, here's our style. This is a general style. Let's go ahead and just create that. And let's see how that comes out. Okay, so now it's done. So remember, we created this image with Freebeat, and it was a pretty cool image of the product behind a nice blast. We got a great effect there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool. So now you've got an image that you can use anywhere on social to really help pop your product. Now, what's also great about Freebeat is that you have a ton of videos and a ton of photos that you can go in here and search. So let's say I want to create a video and I want to look for something that's going to give me something perhaps in a grocery store or something of that nature. I'll go ahead and click the videos and just go in here and put grocery store. And you see you have a ton of different videos that come up that you can use royalty free for any of your videos. So let's say if I decide to use that, I can go ahead and put that into anything that I'm building. Okay, let's see if we could have a little fun here. Let's take that song that we created, which is here in the tracks. That was the actual song that was created with Freebeat AI. And let's do a 10-second dance video. Let's see if we could do that. And I want to use the character, I want to use the image that we created. That's Professor Ken there. So let's grab him and upload that. And let's pick a dance genre. Let's do something. Yeah, I think maybe something like that. That'll be a little interesting, don't you think? And that's perfect. And you can see the aspect ratio is down here again. How do you want to do this again? I like doing 16:9. And if you notice, it'll give you what social platform it's good for. This is obviously good for YouTube. That horizontal video is good for anything. But what I like to do is I can always resize it to a 916 and use it. And then, of course, you have the model. In this case, is using the specific model, and then it's going to generate here once we do that. So let's go ahead and hit generate, and let's see if we can get something interesting that we can maybe use as a fun video to post about Professor Ken's vitamin water. Okay, great. So now the video is done. So let's take a look at this, see what it looks like. It's on a green screen, which is pretty cool because if you're doing any editing, you can always take that green screen and use it something else. So let's go ahead and play this. Now remember, the original image was just something that we created with Freebeat AI. So it's a fake uh, representative, right? Let's call him the fake Professor Ken in a blue suit. So let's see what kind of moves he has. Okay, pretty cool. Okay, so you can see there's so many different ways that you can use Freebeat AI. And I've only had an hour or two in the system actually playing around with these things. If you spend a few more hours here, I'm sure you can bring this tool up to where you need it to be. And what I really like about this is it's a one-stop shop. So you can have this one tool and do everything you need, not only for all of your social, but for any type of marketing content that you want to use. And I think it's really great because if you do have a TikTok channel, let's say, you can create a music video just tied into what you're doing for your brand, or you could maybe make something to show on your retail screens in the store, or even get someone to help you sponsor something, a brand, and make something for them. And if you're a CPG brand, you have all these tools available to you, from an ASMR video you can create, which is going to help drive some brand recognition and equity for you, to going ahead and building soundtracks or jingles for your brand. So I put my referral link down below, and take a look at what you can do here. And I would give it a try, because this is that one tool that I think would really help make a difference in your omni-channel and seamless commerce marketing. That's all I have for now. This is Professor Ken. I'll see you out there.